So we determined that we don't really want to copy and paste this code over and over and over again. So is there a smarter way that I can manage instead of copying and paste this and changing the name each time? Well, the best answer around that is to use additional helper methods. So I can make a private method inside of here. All right, and I can say it's going to return an int, and I can say determine bounds or something like this. It doesn't matter what I name it, but I want to check the bounds of any particular bounds. We're going to pass some stuff in. I don't know what we're going to pass in yet. When I'm going to create another method, I have normally a bunch of code that I'm going to create. And if I don't have a clear definition of what it is, that's okay. I'm just going to give it a name to start with, and I'm going to copy and paste that code over and then figure out what I really want to pass in. So again, I don't want to be tied to any particular coin, so I could change this to be lower coin weight. And so everywhere I see nickel, I can change it to be coin inside of here. And then, again, when I'm going to compare it, I'm going to compare it to the upper and lower coin bounds inside of here that's going on. All right? And so now I've solved some problems, but I haven't solved other problems because, again, I have the nickel weight that's being passed in. So I'm hard-coded that way. Well, what I can do is I can start adding parameters to get to how do I not pick the coin inside of here. So let's say this is the, we'll make it final, just to even be helpful here. Base weight, and it should be a double here. And then we can say the other one is a final. It's going to be base diameter. All right. Okay, till that's a double too. All right, so we'll start with those two parameters, and instead of passing in nickel, instead of hard coding the nickel weight, we'll call this the base weight. I can just replace the word base here. Okay. All right, so there. Now I'm passing those two in, but I also am going to need the weight and the diameter of the actual ones coming in. So let's pass those guys in. So let me put a couple more parameters inside of here. So this is going to be a double weight and double diameter. Okay, so what we can see is we're passing in a bunch of values that are going to replace the ones out there. Now I'm not going to return it as nickel. I need one more value to return it inside of there. And so let's put one more value inside of here, which we'll make it a final again. Coin type. Here. I'm sorry, this should be an int. And then it's going to return back the coin type here, if it knows it. And the last thing here, I have a compiler error that says I have to return a value because I only return a value right now if I actually determine it. So what I can do down here is say return unknown, because if it's not the coin type, then I don't know what it is. So I've changed that logic into a little method here that's going to help me determine the bounds of my coin. Okay, and I can use that to replace some of the stuff we had going on up here. So instead of all of this stuff, what if I said, let's see, what if I said I'm going to go and say a int coin type is equal to determine bounds, okay? And so I'm going to start with nickel. So the base weight, here I can just do it this way. Nickel weight and nickel diameter. All right, so those are good ones. And then here I can just pass in the weight and the diameter that was passed into me. So that's the weight and the diameter coming in, passed into me. And so then the coin type, if it's successful, is going to be nickel. And that's going to determine that. Okay, so once I get it back, the result is this is either going to be nickel or unknown. So at this point, given the way my code is, I can just return coin type here. Now, it's not going to work for all of our solutions, but I can jump to this here. So I'm actually not going to get to the point of meeting and filling in my quarter and my dime yet, but let's see if this works. So hopefully all I've done was get the exact same run out of this. Let's see if I've broken anything. Oh, see, it all seems to be working still. So assuming my test cases are good, everything should be just fine because all I did was move that code down into here and replace it with a call, and my code still seems to work. So we'll leave it there, and then we'll come back and try and add in. Maybe we can replace Penny as well and add in the logic to be able to do both at the same time.